Hey guys, do you have a transaction coordinator in your real estate investment business? This is Jerry Green. I'm going to talk to you about that today. If you would, do me a favor though, before we go into this, please, hey, jump down below here. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, provided that you like it. I guarantee you will though. Being a transaction coordinator or having someone on your team be that transaction coordinator, that's a really important position in your real estate investment business. I never thought about that for years, man. I thought it was, really not that big of a deal because of course I'd done it all myself for many years. I was doing it, or I had somebody else doing it, but I didn't even know what it was called. I mean, we would just look at, we were doing a closing. What's funny is, you think about it, over the last, I don't know, 5-6 years, all these names have become very prominent in things, transaction coordinator, acquisitions, manager, all these names. But, when I first started, it was just, you were just doing things. There really was no particular name to it, all stuff. But over the years, though, I started realizing that there was a very low value put to this area of the business, and that is the transaction coordinating side. And I started realizing that it was actually a very important job that so many people would, just really drop the ball on all the time. Because you see a lot of individuals that are doing everything themselves. They're in the position where they go to closing, maybe they forget insurance, they forget to check utilities on things, they forget to check, like a past due water bill. They miss things on the closing statements. There's just so many moving parts to all this here. I just realized that, something had to change on this. So I started looking at this more and I thought, I wonder if you set one person up that would handle this. Well, we decided, years and years ago to do this, and before it was even popular to call somebody, with that particular title. So we started doing it. We just figured, somebody handle the title work or handle the closings. Then it became what we call nowadays really the transaction coordinator. The transaction coordinator, if you look at it, is the person that holds everything together regarding your transactions. And a lot of people really don't, like I say, put enough value to this. I mean, what does a transaction coordinator do? Well, they're really the person that, if you think about it, if you're doing it right, it should be the person, once you, put a property under contract, you or your team, they're the ones that should take over from there. They're the ones who should take that to the closing table. And it doesn't matter to me what your strategy is with the deal, whether it's buy and hold, fix and flip, wholesale, it doesn't really, who cares on that? The thing is, it's that person that is going to handle all the processing. I mean, you think about it, people that do loans, mortgage brokers and stuff, they have processors all the time. So why can't we do the same thing in our real estate business? We can have a processor, and that's more that transaction coordinator. So they take over that contract once it's put in place. And then they're doing all the due diligence. And you think about all the things that they do, from initial contact to the seller, and walking them through each part of the whole transaction, from documents that are needed, maybe affidavits needed from something that is against the property, and it could be from an estate, from another sibling or something like that. They walk through all this and they make sure that's flowing. Now, a lot of you are saying, well, my title company handles all that. Well, I'm going to challenge you guys on that a little bit. And this is something that I have proven over and over again, that if you have a transaction coordinator, now this could be somebody that actually is on your team in-house, or there's even transaction coordinating services that you can hire out that will do this for you too. But if you have someone that's dedicated to that, okay, their focus is going to be just on getting your deals done, versus a title company is in a position where they're handling multiple files for multiple clients. You think about that, you're just a number then. But when you're working with someone that's focused towards closing your deals, like I said, it could be somebody in-house, or it could be a service that you hire that's dedicated somebody to handle your transactions, that's huge, because what they do is, guys, is they start taking your deals, pushing it to the forefront and closing those a lot faster. Because I get a lot of people that might argue with me, so, well, my title company does a good job, I really don't need anybody. I'll say, well, like I said, I'll challenge you on that, because I can guarantee if I put a deal under contract today, if I'm just working with a title company and I want to try to resell this thing, let's say through a wholesale within the next 5 days, and I have a buyer already lined up, there's a lot of times a title company is not going to get that done unless they're being pushed. And there might be little moving parts that are not pulled together to get that closed unless I have somebody on my team be able to do that, because the title company is not going to do all those little extra things for you a lot of times, and the transaction coordinator will get that done for you. So there's a lot of power that they're there to really work with buyers, sellers. Especially if you're wholesaling on that side of things, they're going to work with agencies such as, one, they'll work with the title agency on things, but they'll also work with real estate agents. They'll work with, utilities, insurance companies, all these people that you deal with, they start taking this all over, so you don't have to deal with that. And when that happens is them taking that all over leaves your time, so you can spend that on your higher value of tasks. Doesn't mean their tasks aren't valuable. They are extremely valuable. It's just you have to move things over a little bit more. So I just want you to think about that. The transaction coordinator is one of the most important positions you can have in your real estate investment business, especially if you want to build it and scale it. It'll make major impact on your ability to move your deals quicker. It'll help. Another thing too, guys, that a lot of people forget is this, and that's the customer relations side. Okay, I think about Jeff Bezos. What he talks about is the reason they're so successful is their obsession with customer service. He said it's like a compulsive obsession they've had with providing good customer service experience. Well, that's what a TC does too, where a lot of times a title company is not going to provide that for your clients. Hope this helps here, guys, and make sure you apply it, okay? Do me a favor, if you would, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done it. Give me a like on this video, and I'll see you on the next one.